I'm Jason UFC, and today we have a story about UFC middleweight contender Khamzat Chimaev sends a warning shot to UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland, saying Sean Strickland knows how fast I can finish him. Oh, wow. Khamzat Chimaev is riding high after defeating Kamaru Usman by majority decision. Majority decision is two judges scored in favor of Khamzat Chimaev. Another judge scored it a draw between Khamzat Chimaev and Kamaru Usman in a decision in a middleweight bout last Saturday, October 21st at UFC 294 in Abu Dhabi. With the victory, Khamzat Chimaev remains undefeated in the UFC and he's undefeated in his MMA career. Prior to the match, UFC CEO Dana White indicated that the victor would get an middleweight title shot against Sean Strickland. Following the outcome at UFC 294, Sean Strickland spoke to UFC Fight Pass with the following message to Khamzat Chimaev. Okay, this is what the middleweight champion said. The only thing I like about Chimaev is that he sells fights. For some reason, people like him or don't like him. I don't know. To me, he's a paycheck. He sells a lot of fights. People pay to watch, but he hasn't earned the UFC middleweight title shot. Okay, continuing, the current middleweight champion Sean Strickland added, Khamzat Chimaev hasn't deserved it, but here we are. Give it to him. He sells a lot of fights. I'll go fight the man for 5 rounds, but no, he's not earned it. He doesn't deserve it. Getting a decision with a lightweight off the couch is not earning it. Sean Strickland last fought and defeated former UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya. What was that, last month? Yeah, in September last month at UFC 293 to become the newly crowned UFC middleweight champion. Apparently, Khamzat Chimaev is not concerned with Sean Strickland saying that he doesn't deserve the title shot, yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's basically the end of the... Yeah, this is interesting. I thought they were going to have a little bit about their training sessions from when I don't follow everything and all the tweets and every gym and who's training partners and who's not training. I'm MMA casual, so I don't follow everything with the sport. But I've heard that Khamzat Chimaev and Sean Strickland have, I guess, trained. I don't know if you would consider them training partners, right, or anything. I guess they've trained together in the past. There's some videos of Sean Strickland telling Khamzat Chimaev to, kind of take it easy with some of the other guys that he's training with, which is ironic because Sean Strickland is known as like the, stiff training partner. But so that's interesting. Personally, I've said this before the fight. I'm saying it after the fight. I do not think Khamzat Chimaev defeating a welterweight should earn him a middleweight title. Especially with a new champion, Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland, in my opinion, my MMA casual opinion, Sean Strickland should just fight Dricus du Plessis. I believe there's news that Jared Cannonier just got injured. Get well soon to him. So he's not available. Israel Adesanya is taking a break. So to me, the fight that still makes the most sense is Sean Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis. I don't know. Khamzat Chimaev is saying something about a broken hand. He thought he broke his hand during this fight, which should put him out for a minute. The last time Khamzat Chimaev fought was last year before this fight. He fought Kevin Holland in a catchweight fight. So Khamzat Chimaev only fought once this year. He fought twice last year. Personally, I would imagine Sean Strickland would be ready to go before Khamzat Chimaev will be ready to go if he has a broken hand. So, I know the UFC still has problems with Dricus du Plessis for reasons that I totally don't agree with. I don't think it makes any... here's the thing I would say about this. Is the UFC telling Khamzat Chimaev, hey, you got to fight Sean Strickland in 2 months, right? Are they saying that? Like, where are the hardcore UFC fans who are caping and simping for anything the UFC says, yet they're not saying that Khamzat Chimaev needs to fight Sean Strickland in 2 months? That's what they did with Dricus du Plessis. Dricus du Plessis defeated the number one ranked middleweight contender, Robert Whittaker. He didn't defeat him by a third round, a unanimous decision victory, a majority decision. He finished Robert Whittaker in the second round. And, obviously he took some bumps and bruises in that fight, yet the UFC was trying to make a fight with him and Israel Adesanya 2 months later. 2 months later, and the narrative since then is that, Dricus du Plessis turned down the fight. This is why you should never turn down. It's like, come on. Then make the fight with Khamzat Chimaev and Sean Strickland in 2 months. They're not doing that, right? Kobe Covington, his last fight was last year versus Jorge Masvidal, right? It's been a year since Kobe Covington fought, and his next fight is versus Leon Edwards because he was the backup fighter. So to me, it doesn't make any sense at all. There's no reason to wait, especially after this performance that a lot of people thought Khamzat Chimaev lost the fight, right? People thought he lost the fight versus Kamaru Usman. It was a majority decision victory. Some people thought he lost the fight versus Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns was, a lightweight, and he fought in the welterweight division. Khamzat Chimaev had problems with that. Khamzat Chimaev had problems with Kamaru Usman, who's a welterweight fighting in the middleweight division, right? So all of a sudden he's going to fight for the middleweight championship. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense. The easy route is to have UFC make Dricus du Plessis versus Sean Strickland in like 3 months from now. Khamzat Chimaev is not going to be ready for a Sean Strickland middleweight championship fight in 2 or 3 months. Nor do I think he deserves it, especially after this performance. 13-0, it was a great performance. He did defeat Kamaru Usman, but a lot of people were saying, like, listen, unless he goes in there and finishes Kamaru Usman, he shouldn't get the title shot. And that's how I still feel. But let me know your opinion of this story, because like I said, I'm an MMA casual, so who the hell knows what the hell I'm talking about. I'm Jason, UFC. Today we had a story about UFC middleweight contender now. Khamzat Chimaev sends a warning shot to UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button. And please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.